Public speaking is one of those things that people expect to come so naturally to them because we so naturally talk to each other on a day-to-day basis, but that's simply not the case. When you ask somebody to talk into a large group of people, anxiety will sink in immediately because for some reason we find that so much more terrifying than we do just talking to a normal friend, when in actuality, all you're doing is just communicating to a larger group of people rather than just one individual. And it's all a mindset thing, but because it's such a drastic difference, it's one of the greatest statistics of people's fear in this day and age is talking to large numbers of people. And my first ever experience when it came to talking to a large group of people was when my dad asked me to speak to the congregation during announcements. And I originally said no, I was terrified. My anxiety immediately shot up and I did not want to present at all. But I kind of had to talk to myself and I'm like, Nick, it's not that big of a deal. You got this. All you're doing is having a conversation with a group of people. But I was so scared because they knew me and they would see me on a day-to-day basis. And if I messed up, they would see me and be like, he messed up. But that's not what they're going to think. They knew it was my first time. And so I just had to get myself in the right mindset because it's all psychological. And I immediately got a little bit more comfortable when I started to kind of hype myself up again. And so I went into that presentation and I executed that presentation. I did actually fairly well in my opinion. And after that, I just kind of kept on doing it more and more. He asked me to do it more and more. And I said, yeah, I'll do it. And now I'm presenting messages to the youth. And I do that in a very traditional way. I don't do any online videos or any kind of presentations like that. I will stand at the stage and I'll just talk to them about my message, what we're going over, and then I'll have open discussions with them. We'll just have a full-blown conversation with me and a group of kids, just talking about God. And that's been a lot of my experience when it comes to public speaking. Now, I will say that when I do my presentations for my church, I will practice them beforehand. I will have like bullet points on my phone of notes. I'll put them in big and bold, and so I'll take like a quick glance at them and I'll know immediately what my topic is next to go through, so it'll flow a lot better. And then as I'm going through my message, I'll kind of look forward ahead so I know what to do in advance and so I can speak in advance. And as I'm doing that, I'll practice with my dad prior, and I'll do that a couple times till I can finally get it. And then once I can do it pretty fluently, then I'll be able to feel a lot more comfortable, and that helps a lot with my comfortability. And that's helped decrease my anxiety when it came to public speaking. Because when I first began, my public speaking anxiety would shoot up to maybe about a 10 or an 8 to a 10, and I would immediately get flushed red. But now I would say I'm probably about a 5. I'm a lot more comfortable than I used to be when it came to speaking in the public. And that's just so vitally important, especially in this day and age. Public speaking is such a highly valued skill, but especially in my career field, because I'm going to be talking to people on a day-to-day basis if I choose to become a kinesiologist or a personal trainer, to where I need to be able to present my information in a effective way to where they are going to be able to apply this information I'm giving. And if I don't present it in a well-executed way, they could be getting false information or not as detailed information, and it could actually cause more harm than it will good. And so that is why I feel that public speaking is so important in this day and age, and that I hope this class will help me become a better public speaker as I grow and as my skills in this field grow. And yeah.